Good morning. So it is 5 to 5 and it is milking time. So as promised, we are going to give you a bit of an insight into our milking parlour and yeah, just a morning milking. It's a bit of a damp morning. The milk lorry's here already, lifting last night's milk. So hopefully I have plenty to show you. So I need to do a bit of a disclaimer here. This is the first time I've been in this place this time in the morning, probably since the new parlour went in and we were pushing cows into the parlour. So yeah, don't be thinking that I am up in here not this time in the morning every morning, because I am definitely not. Yeah, so we've got first two rows in there just before 5 o'clock. So Gory there, he is doing the scraping on the ball ban, and yeah, just giving them all a bit of time to waken up first before I go in and do too much. Oh. So that is the bulbman. We've had a bulbman now for a few years, and it is what we use obviously to bed and just clean the cubicles. So great job, really handy, really manoeuvrable, as Gordon very nicely demonstrated. And yeah, so the first two rows are just left the parlour there, so then they'll be coming back in again. Definitely regretting not doing this now whenever there's a bit more daylight. The mornings are away with it completely. So there's the 6 boys, so they are on milking once every 3 days. They take it in turns, and then there's either between Michael or Stuart that'll be milking there as well with them, and then they do alternate weekends. So it's just one of the things, it just works for us. So as it stands, before drying off, we are milking somewhere around 450, 460. There's quite a few dried off there just at the minute because obviously we're starting to calve in probably the next 3-4 weeks. But all the cows we're all pedigree Holsteins. So this parlour was installed back in 2018. It is a Dairy Master 36 side swing over with rabbit exit. It was a massive step up from what was here initially. So if you look around me, this has all been obviously specifically built to house the parlour. So beforehand we had a 12-a-side. I think it was just a mishmash of a lot of different components of parlours. But yeah, by installing the new parlour, it meant that we could up the cows, and obviously, you know, makes life a lot easier, which is no bad thing. Especially whenever you're trying to get ready up to go contracting. So this is just where they're all standing waiting now, ready to go into the parlour. So these are our high yielding cows. We generally split the cows into 2 batches, so we get the highs there and the lows as well. And this is them just after milk head back out to the nice clean beds.
Right side. 1. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 31. 32. 33. 34, 35, 36,
'So this morning it is Johnny and Gordy here on milking, and then Michael is in as well. So Gordy's only after just doing the cubicles there. Johnny's in here in the parlour with Michael. Yeah, so all in all, an hour and 15 minutes, hour and a half, and there's There's 350 being milked there at the minute, obviously because it's drying off and everything else, but yeah. So the parlour that we went for was a Dairy Master 36 side swing over parlour with rabbit exit. And probably one of the more frequent questions that we are asked is, why did we not go rotary? Why did we opt for robots with being just so busy with other stuff? And no word of a lie, the boys travelled the length and breadth of the country, and they looked at probably every brand, every setup, and every different size of setup, just before they did go down this route and do the deal, because they wanted to make sure that, you know, they were putting in a parlour that was going to do probably their lifetime. So yeah, we did. We looked at rotaries, we looked at robots, we looked at other different types and setups and stuff. But for us, this is definitely what works well for us. We do have obviously the manpower, so there, as you can see there's 2 people in the parlour there this morning. And generally speaking, there will nearly always be 2 people in the parlour, and then there'll be somebody out then obviously doing the cubicles and the bedding and stuff. But the parlour was a massive step up from what we did have, and just the technology. Like we were still feeding the cows with buckets in the old parlour, so having automatic feeders even was a big massive shock to the system at the start. But yeah, like this parlour here is completely fully automatic. She tells you everything that you need to know, so you'll have heard just in the background the odd time shouting slow. She obviously counts the cows in as well, and they say slow. Already has it programmed there so that we know whenever there's a cow coming in, if she is a slow milker, just to get the unit on as quickly as we possibly can, just to make sure that she's we're not waiting on her with the rest of the row. So as I say, it's a 36 aside parlour, so I will just stand somewhere in the middle and kind of show you roughly the size of it. So there's the bottom end, and then it goes right the way up. So out of the boys, Gordy and Johnny are probably the 2 main cowmen. They are the ones that I suppose are more, they know all the details about the cows, and definitely Gordy could tell you nearly a life background of every cow in the herd. But whenever it did come to picking the parlour and deciding what they were going to upgrade to, I think the thing that Gordy didn't like was with the rotary was the fact that he just couldn't stand and look at a cow. But with this parlour, obviously, if you do have a cow that's coming in and she is in heat or she needs AI'd or anything like that, she's in front of you as long as you want her to be in front of you. It's the rapid exit manual there, so we pull the lever and let the cows go whenever they're ready to go. So that was a big deciding factor. Just the fact that you get to get a good look at the cows, and they're there in front of you. Robots are another, were another possibility, but I think just for that same reason, just, you know, getting a good look at your cows twice a day, and then as well, like, at least whenever we have the cows milked here, whenever the lights get turned off in the parlour here at 7 o'clock, you know, that's them until 4 o'clock. We don't need to look back at them. And with robots, you always obviously run the risk of alarms going off or something not going right. And just for us, contract, and it's peace of mind that whenever the cows are milked and you've seen them all, that's that done, and you can sort of go away happy. On the other side as well, robots for us, we would need quite a few if we were going down the line of them. Obviously milking over 400 cows, you know, you're finding yourself up there to 8-9 robots, and yeah, just for us, just for the farm at the minute, whenever there is obviously the 6 boys, Derek's running about there as well, that's their dad, and then whenever they do have obviously you know, like the Michael and Stuart that are coming in and milking as well, and then Eleanor comes in the afternoons, you know, it just makes sense just to kind of go down the swing over route. This is just what works for us, and we're delighted with it. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, cows are the integral part of this farm, and it was important for us to make sure that whenever we were going down the route of modernising and putting in the new parlour, that we were making the right decision. And yeah, definitely we're playing, and you know, as you can see there, the cows are all fitted there with the moo monitors, with the collars, so everything is all very technical and intelligent these days, but yeah, it's all going really, really well, and you know, definitely for us, this is a busy place at the best of times, but so it is just turning 5:45, and we have the next batch of cows coming in there. The Lows always like to come in at speed. They're always delighted to see us for some reason, probably because they know they're going to get mean. That's Gordy just filling up the diet feeder, just to get them fed. Say that's just the Lows coming in now, so that's the end is in sight now. We have the cows split into just the 2 batches because just to make them kind of more manageable, but the low yielders obviously they spend a bit more time outside. Our hives are inside most of the time. So after obviously the cows are milked, it all comes in here to the tank. So this is a 31,000 litre tank, and it cools just as it's putting in through her, so she's always filling in just from the bottom. So you'll hear the parlour shouting the odd wee thing at them. So basically they have all that kind of programme to just say, you know, so if there's a cow that's sick or is on antibiotics or anything like that, or if she's in heat, she'll tell you. And probably one of the main benefits for that is that, you know, with so many different people being in the parlour and milking, you know, if there is a cow with an issue, you know about it, because it's telling you.
Check drafting eyes. Depressed yield.
So that is just the last row in there now.
Draft cow.
We'll get washing up done.
Draft cow in 1.
Probably worth saying actually. Michael has been about here longer than I have. Michael's milked just now for 8 or 9 years, and he's in here 3 mornings a week, and then most evenings he's here as well, but he endured the old parlour for long enough, so he's loving this new one.
Draft cow in 1.
So the washing up is just starting there in the parlour, and Gordy there, he is just starting to do the diet feeding. turned 47 and that's them just all finished up there now. They're just finishing up the washing up, and that's them good to go. So it is gonna be a big day today for just for the contracting as well. So we have a gang away to Holcrop. We will have a gang away to Slurry. We will have a gang down in Dungiven doing a bit of reseeding work. And as well as that, I don't know after all this rain, but I know the combines were hoping to get going after lunchtime today. But yeah, just have to see how the day plays out. But yeah, you can see yourself, like it's great when it's being read up, and it just means now the boys can go into the house, get their breakfast, and then everybody's just ready to rock then come 8 o'clock. So that's generally the time that most of the workmen come in. Some of them come in a wee bit earlier than that, but most of them are in at 8, and then it's just a case of into their tractors and away. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that wee run around the milking parlour. It's quite hard to find anything interesting to say at 5 o'clock in the morning, but hopefully you've seen everything you wanted to see. And Gordy was avoiding me there this morning, but we'll get him tied down at some stage and he will let me know if there's any questions, or if there's anything that in particular that you want to know just about the parlour or anything like that. So yeah, take care. I'm away for coffee, and we will see you again soon.